I'm Edie Lush, Executive Editor of Hub Culture. Really pleased to be here with Betsabe Botatis. She is the CFO of Hedera. How are you?
Very happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So, final day here in Davos. I wonder what your reflections are on the week.
Well, I have to start by saying I think that this was a very different experience for prior years. I think that I saw the convergence of a lot of really important topics with technology coming together, and I felt a lot of openness on really in conversations that are difficult to have, sometimes very important. I think that it was almost mind-blowing what Hub Culture did at Icon. It was incredibly impressive, and I think that the energy and everyone that came together to have conversations, from brain health to how blockchain helps in transforming capital markets, finance, to spirituality. There was a lot of words about change and spirituality.
It was beautiful. I wonder if you can, from your perspective at Hedera and thinking about where you are in terms of bringing trust into the AI conversation, if you like. You mentioned a couple of different areas, healthcare, financial services, and it feels like we've moved the conversation from it's out there, AI is out there, it will help us, it will kill us, to, okay, it's now happening. Blockchain has such a critical role to play. Give me a sense of some of those conversations.
Yeah. I think that in the past, I had to explain why blockchain exists, and I think that it was always talking about future. And this time, the difference, it was talking about present. It is the present, it is not the tomorrow. And a lot of the conversations were into how can you leverage this technology that people were afraid to learn about. They knew about it, but I just now they're realizing it's present and they have to. And I always tell, if you are not already aware of blockchain and how it works, you are behind, so let's learn it quickly. But the conversations is how do you bring the validation of humanity, how blockchain can help to validate is a human, not an agent, how it can also help make sure that there is an oversight verification on what agents and AI will do together. I think that in general, sometimes I was a little bit more cautious and concerned, but I feel a lot of optimism that the conversations are going to the right direction. Let's use the technology for what it's meant to do, to really help humanity, but let's make sure that the way of using it and applying is in a way that is truly expanding and amplifying human capacity, not controlling it.
Give me an example of that.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of conversations about who controls the data, and there will continue to be conversations, but in a way, when you have two powerful technologies with AI and blockchain together, it can solve some big problems,
very hard
problems in society. From, organ trafficking. How do you match donors to organs? How do you job creation? How do you help and enable upskilling our jobs? How do you free up the minds by doing this? But we know, like, certain activities or transactions that we don't want to do day-to-day work that you can automate and will free you up to really focus on other things that matter.
I love it. What predictions for next year, Betsabe?
As a CFO, I'm asked often, and I joke often that I have different magic balls because we have to predict and prepare and the risks. I think that this year my predictions are more on the sense of, as I mentioned earlier, the convergence of technology and how people are coming together to solve a lot of big problems. In the finance side, I think that it's just going to flow. It's going to flow smoothly. But overall, instead of a prediction, is an optimism,
a feeling.
A feeling. It's more or a wish. It's more like a wish of really using the technology and not being afraid of the technology. And being part of the solution. I think that we all talk about it, but we are not really part of the solution, and I think everyone has a voice, and we need to make our voices heard.
Thank you so much, Betsabe, for your time today and also for your partnership at Hub Culture. I'm Edie Lush. This is Davos 2025.